YouTube family, we got breaking news, man. No bond for young Dolph alleged killers. That's right, a lot of people thought the miracle that Straight Drop keep getting away with the justice system and his alleged connections with Memphis, the police department. Folks thought it was all glory for Straight Drop and Cornelius Smith, but the verdict has just been dropped in. No bond at all for the men involved in the death of young Dolph. Before we get to that, let's play these sponsors. Let's go, y'all. In case you don't know, the men in the case of young Dolph who tragically died, you know what I mean, tragically died that day, unfortunate day of November 17th, and got murdered. Well, young Dolph's suspect's bond has been closed, ladies and gentlemen. There is no
Memphis
bond.
Rapper Young Dolph will soon have their day in court on murder charges. That case is moving forward as police continue their investigation. Thanks for joining us on the News at 5. I'm Stephanie Skurlock.
And I'm Greg Hurst. Johnson Johnson and Cornelius Smith are set to be arraigned Wednesday. Johnson was arrested by U.S. Marshals in Indiana after spending weeks avoiding arrest. Smith was already in jail facing a list of other violent charges.
Again, Stephanie, Greg, those two men here in jail tonight. No bond has been set. Again, Stephanie, Greg, those two men here in jail tonight. No bond has been set. Again, Stephanie, Greg, those two men here in jail tonight. No bond has been set. We're live downtown tonight. Shay Arthur, WREG News Channel.
As you can see, no bond has been set for the guys involved in the death of young Dolph, but they're getting a lot of publicity, they're getting a lot of attention. It's a lot of situations going back and forth with that one.
Exclusive new information in the murder of Memphis rapper Young Dolph. Here's what we know as of right now at news time. We have video of one suspect's arrest that you'll only see here on Fox 13, plus information on a third arrest connected to this case. And we'll show you how the community worked with law enforcement to bring the investigation to this point today.
Our team of reporters were spread out today, working sources, gathering exclusive new information. We have live reports from all three. Good evening, everyone. I'm Darcy Thomas.
I'm Daryl Green. Today we found out new information about the hunt for the two men police say are responsible for the murder of young Dolph. Justin Johnson and Cornelius Smith are in custody nearly 8 weeks after that murder. Fox 13's Jeremy Pierre was live tonight at Makeda's at Airway and Ketchum. And Jeremy, a lot of resources went into these two arrests.
Yeah, Daryl, check this out. We're talking at least 8 local, state, and national law enforcement agencies. Now, U.S. Marshals told me today they received up to 500 tips on the whereabouts of Justin Johnson days after young Dolph's murder here at Makeda's Cookies on Airways. And get this, those tips right there led law enforcement on a multi-state manhunt.
It's a major case. It's a big deal.
And that it is. Less than 24 hours after learning of the arrest of both Justin Johnson and Cornelius Smith, the two men accused of killing young Dolph, we learned how it happened with the help of hundreds of tips from the community.
We went through that process of vetting those tips.
Basically, they listen to YouTube bloggers, let's be real,
to help us.
U.S. Marshals arrested Johnson in Brazil, Indiana, Tuesday outside of Terre Haute after receiving a tip of...
The arrest in Indiana was how they got the third suspect, Mr. Shondell Barnett, who also lived in Indiana, and the alleged homeboy of, you feel me, Straight Drop.
Where he was, but not before searching for him in Atlanta, Houston, Dallas, Indianapolis, and Hampton, Virginia. Memphis Police Chief C.J. Davis told reporters the investigation continues on as the suspects have connections to crimes in and outside of Memphis.
We're all working together. That's why I outlined all of those different agencies, because at some point in time in this investigation, our investigators have had touch points with various other individuals, other law enforcement personnel around the country.
Davis said there could be more arrests in the death of young Dolph and other connected cases.
It is very possible. It is very...
I told y'all, even though these men got no bond, they gotta give them no bond because they gotta keep them from going back and forth and giving the drop to other people and explaining what's going on. You know, folks in them don't want to do that. They want nobody to be speaking to each other because they think, even though you've seen the two men in that situation, it was more to it than what we've seen that day. You know what I mean? And that's all they trying to do, connect the dots so you could get it in the right way that is supposed to be gotten. Now, straight drop, whatever money he got into, whatever situation, clear as day. He's affiliated and connected with certain real ones. You know, rest in peace says homie Gino. We ain't gonna even speak on that. But he got a lot going on and he's facing the trial of his life right now. He's been in a lot of trials of his life, as I shown. Go watch my playlist and go look at them videos I dropped of straight drop, no pun intended, several criminal storyline of his history and what he been through and how he been winning in court and all these big cases. You feel what I'm saying? Go check that out and make sure you look at that, because straight drop is not one to be mistaken and confused as a regular player. Nah, he one of the big players, dog. One of the big dogs that's in this. And that
let me take you through both of these arrests because it's remarkable they both happened on the same day. First, Justin Johnson. Now the song is called Track Hawk and makes references to violence, including a line about 50 gunshots in 20 seconds and about wearing a mask. Today, 3 independent sources told me the rapper was captured in Terre Haute, Indiana. Now, the second suspect, who until this point has not been named. But check this out, my sources now say the suspect is Cornelius Smith. Here's his mugshot. Earlier today, Smith was in the custody of the DeSoto County Jail. Just before this newscast, his charges were upgraded to first-degree murder, and he was extradited to Memphis. The offense date points to November 17th, the day young Dolph was murdered.
The Dope Academy, she got the
Like, when I die, all this jewelry, these cars, this money is gonna be passed around and swapped through hands of everybody, all my folks, and whatever they do with it. But when I die, like, when my kids ask who is their daddy, like, I'm still gonna be their daddy. Like, that's the only thing that I can literally say is mine when I leave. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I take that dead serious. Like, when I die, all this jewelry, these cars, this money is gonna be passed around and swapped through hands of everybody, all my folks, and whatever they do with it. But when I die, like, when my kids ask who is their daddy, like, I'm still gonna be their daddy.
You know, most rappers die in their own city. It's a fact. And you know, you have haters who was in school with you and they mad because they was in that third grade class with you, but they don't have the same hustle as you. You know, they hate you for no reason. They hate you for your success. If you was a local rapper and you didn't have much, they would love you. You know, and these people, you develop hatred in your own city. You know, if you go to Canada, you go to New York, you from Louisiana, you don't have hate, you don't have people want to hurt you because they don't know you. You know, they don't know you, and that's why I decided to move to Atlanta. You know, most rappers die in their own city. It's a fact. And you know,
the tragic news. How do you feel?
I'm hurt. I'm sad. I don't want to live in Memphis anymore. I actually live around this neighborhood, so this is very common to me. When whoever in Tennessee passed that gun law to let everybody carry a pistol, I'm pretty sure you cover murders every single solitary night. Am I lying? You do, right? Every day.
I do.
Okay, so who passed that law to let these kids come around and carry guns every day, open?
And just to know, this superstar.
This superstar that helped millions of people, that gave millions of dollars, that helped us, that can come to Memphis on airways in his car and buy a pack of cookies without being shot and killed to death. And this is happening to regular people, let alone, even though he's a regular person, even though he's a mega superstar.
the tragic news.
I let you know, little brother, this ain't major no more. I got my own bag now, man. You heard me? I'm just saying now.
Ain't that how it's supposed to go?
Yeah, little bro.
Ain't that how I told you it was gonna go, my nigga?
You did.
Okay then, get your monk ass out.
I let you know, little.
Rest in peace to the greatest young Dolph. Love your family, love your kids, and definitely stay blessed, gang. Salute.